Hi everybody, my name is Jackie. Unfortunately, I have to give my presentation like this because the screen would not focus on the actual computer screen. It just was turned out as a big light. So I hope this is okay, Dr. Underwood. But my presentation is on the green iguana, and the Latin name is Iguana iguana. And the green iguanas are an invasive species. They're also non-native to Florida. They are literally found everywhere in South Florida. They're responsible for the more complaints to the FWC than any other non-native reptilian species in Florida. You can find them lounging by your pool, eating your plants, and on the sidewalks of the main city. Land managers and property owners consider them a nuisance species for eating gardens and crops. They also carry the bacteria Salmonella, which causes food poisoning in humans. They burrow next to sea walls, which eventually results in collapsing. And not only do they have an abundance of food, but they have no problem reproducing. They flourish and expand their range rapidly. They're basically threatening native biodiversity and impacting infrastructure, agriculture, and human safety. Current managements include head starting, where the iguanas are kept in captivity. There's also a study where the removal of their main predators, raccoons, helped increase the number of iguanas present. And in Florida, control efforts are concentrated on managed lands and consist of trapping and shooting iguanas. A snare capture method has also been used with some success removing them. In their native range, people use trained dogs to hunt the iguanas and search for their nests. And as suggested by Van Veen, the best way of controlling these iguanas might be the combination of eliminating males during the mating season and nests, and females during the nesting season when they are more conspicuous. So the justification of previous work, I think if in our situation, adding more raccoons to the population is not a good idea because this could bring out more cases of rabies and result in greater mortalities of not only animals but also humans. And few attempts have been carried out to try and control the invasive populations of green iguanas, and in these few eradications, they've not been very successful, which highlights the importance of preventing invasions. So for my proposed approach, I'm going to use and monitor artificial nest boxes for the female iguanas to lay their eggs in. That way I can easily control and alter the population. For the purposes of keeping this study focused, and since you can find iguanas virtually anywhere, I chose to manage 4 local parks in Broward County. 2 will be located inside my study area, in which these will receive the artificial nests, and 2 will be located outside my study area, which will be my control groups. So I will distribute the nests in these areas, and then I will oil their eggs, and this essentially kills the eggs. So for my adaptive management, I plan to put out 50 nest boxes, 25 at each site. After oiling the eggs at my inside sites, I predict the population size would decline. So if this proposal works, we would see a reduction in population size at my inside managed sites and a steady increase in the population size at the controlled sites or my outside sites. And for my expected outcome, if it's working, for instance, here are 2 graphs. So for the first graph, we have total individuals inside and outside study sites over time. The red dots are the outside study sites, and you can see that they are increasing steadily over time. The blue dots are my inside study sites where the nests were distributed. As you can see, the population starts to increase, and then once the plan is proposed, it starts to decrease. So another graph to show my expected outcome would be to show the total individuals per site after the management plan. As we can see, the inside sites had fewer individuals than the outside sites.